I recently had the pleasure of collaborating with Ashley Brady, a licensed therapist, to talk about trauma and how it gets stored in your body as energy and how to move that energy out of your body so you don't continue to be triggered by that trauma. So today I wanted to share a little bit of a personal story that I have, and I'm gonna make this short and sweet because it's a longer story, just to show an example of moving energy following a trauma. So unfortunately, I was in 2 car accidents within 2 years. They were pretty similar, not apples to apples, but pretty significant accidents both times. The first time, my arm was injured during the accident and I had a burn from the airbag deploying. So the long and short of it is I ended up having to walk from my house to the doctor's office to have my arm treated following the accident because my husband was with our child at a doctor and obviously I didn't have a car, not that I wanted to get in and drive one anyway, but I was able to walk some of that energy and move that energy from this trauma of this car accident. And so while I still had residual things that I had to work through mentally, it was significantly less because I had moved my body and helped move the energy of the trauma out of my system. The second accident that I'm gonna reference was a little bit more significant and I left in an ambulance. So from the accident, I got in an ambulance, I went to the hospital. From the hospital, I went home to rest. So there was no movement of that energy. And that trauma was significantly harder and took longer for me to work through and move the energy because I hadn't moved it right afterwards. So I personally have experienced similar situations where one time I had a lot of movement and I was able to move the energy, and one time I wasn't right after the accident. So I have worked with this personally. I've seen how it comes out in your body, in your mental state. And while I didn't do it right after the accident the second time, I was able to use other tools to move that energy so that I could recover from this trauma and be able to drive again. But it was a really interesting comparison having moved right after to not having moved right after. So if you would like more information on this or you've experienced something similar, please drop me a comment below or reach out. I just wanted to share this little bit of information. It's a little bit weird for me to share because it's not something I love to talk about, obviously, but I thought it was important and worthwhile. So that's it for me today. I hope everyone has a great day and I'll see you all real soon.